Hello everybody, so we are from Canam, and today we will introduce you on how we did implement and still implementing a collaborative platform into our processes. So just to give you an overview of Canam, Canam is 22 plants across North America. We are a steel manufacturer with 5,100 tons per year. We do also add offices in Philippines, India, and Romania. We have multiple products, so the needs to implement the collaborative platform was at the beginning for our own needs, because we do have a lot of products interacting with each other. Most of them are still fabrication, but we do have also a mass timber wood that we are producing. So Canam, it's over 3,100 projects in the last 60 years. So it's approximately 6,000 projects a year.
So as you can see, that's many projects. Sometimes, well, most of the time we do provide as supply only, so we only fabricate, well, we detail and we fabricate the product, but sometimes we also install. There's project where we do detail, we do the design, we do the engineering also, so there's many different cases that we are working on at Canam.
And sometimes we only supervise the field, and sometimes we are on the field. And, so there's many reality, and this is a complex reality for us to work with. So how it started is as a detailer, we are working with Revit, SDS2, Tekla, and CADWork, and only our detailer have access to the information. So all the other people working in Canam, the project manager, sales representative, people on the job site did not have access to the information. They were needing to call the detailer to have the information. So what we did with all the multiple departments that we have, we did raise the requirements for the needs to implement the BIM platform. It was 84 requirements. It took 2 months to test over 8 and more than that software. And we did finally choose Trimble Connect that was fulfilling the most of our need at Canam. The goal for us to implement the platform was to enhance the project collaboration for sure, and to give access and save a lot of time. So how it started as an idea. First, we had only 15 Trimble Connect sessions at Canam. When we did all the tests, we did move forward with the implementation. So we went to 500, sorry, I still have to think with the number in English. So 500 project and we did implement the BIM team in the 2023, and since there we are at mid-years and we have 3,500 projects so far hosted this year at Canam, and we expect to have 6,000 this year.
So if I can add something here, we really we are looking to have a session for every project that's enterprise we're working on. So like Lynn mentioned, we started with 15. The needs was showing by, let's say, project managers, drafting coordinators, everybody that was not having access to a 3D model as a bigger. So now it's for every project.
See, we did face the few challenges. Silo was one of the big challenge that we faced. With nine departments, so it's not only the silo that we have internally, but also we need to provide to work with our customer.
Yeah. And with this, with the mainly focus on the change management aspect, because as we just discussed and mentioned, retailers were in their environment, that's fine. But having them to collaborate in Triple Connect was new, and why are we doing this? We have our own process, we have their own process. Now we need to, let's say, have people working together, break those silos between the department that we have internally.
So we do have a lot of gain today. Standardization is going pretty well for all the naming, for this amount of project per year. We are really good with all the naming standardization. The training has been given to all the people, and Canam it's 5,000 people. So it's a lot of people to train.
Yeah, and just think about 5,000 people working, and let's say large part of them as a detailer, having a project, naming the project whatever they want, having IFC name whatever they want, having dates, having no version, so you are always looking for the latest information. So working with the standardization is a large gain for us, so everybody is now well structured, but is able to find their information easily, so was a big challenge for the size of the company and the amount of projects we have. Standardization is a very good solution for us.
So since the change management is one of the biggest challenges that we have, we did a survey last year to ask the people, okay, what was the bigger gain that you had with about the BIM last year? So Triple Connect was the first default for it. That's changed the life of a lot of people that did not have access before. The other use case, we do have slides explaining all of that. All of them a little bit later as a use case, but we did implement augmented reality. We did 3D scan on the build as well. BIM collaboration format have been implemented for the issue, and we did a lot of development improvement. And we did ask them as well, where do you see us in the next year? So with this and the fact that as a manufacturer, the need to implement the BIM, it's a little bit different. It's different use case that it's used for a design model. So a design model, maybe a LOD of 300 will be good enough to move forward. We need at least a 400 LOD to move forward and fabricate.
If I can add to this, well, we are mainly focused on the construction part, construction stage of the models, because we are providing pieces that we are fabricating and installing on site. Sometimes we install, sometimes someone else, but still, although collaboration for the site is based with the construction phase. And we are deeply involved in this phase of the model.
So with all the user feedback and the fact that we know where we want to be, we do provide a roadmap to the people at Canam, so they know exactly where we are going, what will be the next step, and what we are working on. So now we'll explain a few use cases that have been implemented in the office, in the plant, and on the job site, how it's useful for us. So in the office, for sure, project visualization, it's a must, even if they do have access to the detailing software. It's easier to use a build platform to see all the product interact within each other. And on this picture, we do have at least 6 of our products interacting together. We have Revit, SDS2, Tekla, in this one. We are using the BIM collaboration format to exchange internally And so if it's not an RFI, the questions are now asked through the BIM platform. So we keep the information in each session, and it's easier for everybody to answer. We did implement as well clash detection. So Tremble Connect, we did the same test. We tested multiple software, and we did not choose Tremble Connect. We did choose Solibri. We do have an integration, a direct integration with Tremble Connect, and as well using the VCF. So Solibri is really powerful with all the rule set that can be created. Using the BCF topics, it saved a lot of time. The coordinate, it's only a small team working on the clash detection, but all the team have access after that to Tremble Connect.
So, few use cases. So, you know what you guys are familiar with having clash with the trade, with the other trade, but in this case it's Canam to Canam. And we want those products to match perfectly on site. There's still work to do, but we're getting into this adventure. As you can see, we have roof frames hitting joists. This is something we want to avoid. We are looking into these cases. If you look on the right, that's a huge Canam girder clashing with the structural steel column. This is something we want to achieve because imagine the crane being stuck with the beast on site. It's cost a lot of money. So simple clash, great results. Again, on this case, we have a clash with the joist and the structure. And with this, we've been able to proactively identify all the issues, potential issues. And on the specific project, it was like 3 big pieces, and only the potential cost of the reparation on site was around $10,000, only for 3 cases. So, with a little bit of office work, able to catch these, it's a great time saving and cost fees from Canada.
In the plant. So in the plant, they were the first one to ask us to have the 3D model available onto the shop floor. And it was the night shift that asked for it, because before having access, if it was missing a dimension on the drawing, the need was to move the member on the side, bring another one to work on, and waiting till the morning that someone can answer about this missing dimension. So they wanted to be
Proactive, I would say.
proactive, yes. So now they do have access, and it's increased a lot the safety in the shop. We are using it as well to inquire about the wells in 3D. So that means that on the detailing side, this is a big job to do as well, because all the wells need to be detailed and need to be good. So for the one using a detailing software like Tekla, this is something that all the detailer needs to be aware of, and if there's a well, it needs to be good. And we do have our team on Tekla, it's pretty well trained on this. We did implement the augmented reality as well. We are using our 3D model to verify the steel, so for the dimension, if everything is on the member. We are using for inspection, but as well to assemble the part.
I will even add something here. Let's say we have experienced people working in the shop. They're used to working with 2D drawings, but when you think about someone getting new in Canada and don't have the same level of expertise, using this technology, being able to easily see the piece that they need to assemble is also a great help for them.
And giving all the dimension in 2D for a complex part, it's not always easy for on the drafting side, but when you can see it on 3D, you understand the 2D and the dimension that's added. As well, in Saint-Gédéon, in Quebec, we are using a mix of SDS Layout Planner and Trimble Connect for the loading. They plan ahead, so we were able to save 33% of the time so far with this process. And this is pretty new. We only have one shop doing it, but the intention is to move forward with this process. So on the field.
Okay, on the field side. Okay, so on the, like I mentioned at the beginning, sometimes we supply stuff, but sometimes we also provide it when we install it on site. People also use tablets on site to visualize the model and capture, see the information. In a specific case like this one, there was one person going column splices, the model, writing down the bolts that need to get there because the operator always have issues with bolts about different length. But with this, it was pretty easy for them to know exactly where the correct bolt goes. So,
yeah, and the same for the missing dimension. It's easier with the model on the. And we are moving forward to implement the project site as a project management platform. This is linked with Trimble as well. We just finished a pilot project, and next year it will be implemented all over our project. Reality capture.
okay, on the reality capture side, we've been starting this adventure, I would say, a year and a half ago. Scanner more popular, that's fine, but how do we use it, right? So we ended up having like survey people with us helping us georeference, let's say, site condition with the scans. And with this, we were able to achieve very nice different type of project. Like on this one, it's a school that is more than 100 years old. No layouts, absolutely nothing. So the only thing we have in hand was the technology of the point cloud. With this, we needed to add extra steel, extra catwalk, braces, roof frames to the existing condition. And it went awesome. Seamless installation, no issues on site, very precise, very nice technology. Other use cases, we have many shops, fabrication shop. This one is in Quebec. It's again a very, very old shop, and we needed to create an opening in the wall and build new trusses. With this, we were able to even bring a crane with the right scale in the model, see if it's erectable. With the point cloud, we have all the measurement of the shop, and it's a great success again.
And again, we are using the ECF topics to provide the information in Trimble Connect.
If I may add something here, steel, we have many products. Most of the time it's sit on concrete. There's rebars, armature, anchors. So let's say we started to mobilize, scan the job site before we mobilize on site to see the upcoming issues we can face. Because being proactive in this, like if we look on the left, the blue rectangle near the arrow is an embed plate that is not positioned at the correct location. So having it, digitalized before, that we are able to make sure there's no fight starting on site of whose responsibility is this. We're able to find the issues first, and then there's a better collaboration with the GC and the other trades.
Same thing for the anchor. It's not happen often that the anchor are not good. On all the project, they are not good. So for us, it's to be proactive, and we are able to change the layout into the drafting to modelize the new layout to fit what's have been in
The
stock
site.
then things.
So other use case, well, the steel erection have their own tolerances, but sometimes there's other pieces like those beams are crane beams, so the tolerances are smaller. And on the left side, we scan, and we noticed that there was a lot of deviation. So with this, we were able to color code it, share the information with the site team, they made the correction, and then we went after to do the same exercise, and we see our straight they are a bit off, but still parallel. That's what we were looking for. One more case. Okay, so on the left side, there's a steel bridge. You might be able to see the kind of U shape, the point cloud that is not centralized with the bridge. So now the question is, who is off in a case like this? That's what we avoid with point cloud. We're able to have time to see, is it the detailing? Did we make a mistake? Is it the site that there's a mistake also? Again, great case. We're able to find issues before installing.
Good. And we do some internal development as well. So on the shop floor as well as on the field and in the drafting office, the properties that it's the most searched is the piece mark. So the piece mark of the number of the beam and the sequence. So Trimble Connect or in any other software, all the properties are different from Tekla SDS 200. So we did develop a tool to make it easy. So this tool only search the piece mark and the sequence, and I think it's the development that it's the more used in Trimble Connect so far, because that's the thing that people are looking for. As well as the status, we are at the beginning of the adventure, but we are in the process to implement the Canam status into all of our sessions. So from contract to be erected. So to be able to do this, we have information coming from detailing, so from the IFC, so 1 to 6. And after that, on the fabrication floor, the need was to connect to legacy system that had been implemented in Canam. And the last part on the field, it's added by the people working on our field. We are using Trimble Connect, and there's a possibility to create any new properties into Trimble Connect. So we did create new field to add those properties. So with this, we are able to follow the site, and we are moving forward to be more and more autonomous on this process. We did release joist modelization tool. It's for a conceptual joist for the people working in Tekla. So for those not working at Canam and still want to implement the Canam joist, the connection are already added to automatically. We did develop as well on two of our products that it's the BEP for the joist and for the deck, so building engineering platform. We are using Tekla for modelization and conception. And we are adding the load as well, but everything was developed internally, not by the BIM team, but by the BEP team. There's a lot of engineering behind, as well as for the deck. So,
if I can add something here, this in a few years since we made that change, we noticed that there was a high demand of 3D models, and I needed to evolve their 2D joist process to bring those 3D models for every product that we have.
and we did develop the IFC converter as well, because the one that was available into Tekla was not good enough to convert in native from an IFC. So we did develop our own. So when we are modelizing the joist and the deck, if we receive the IFC from the engineer or the structural steel, we can provide more accurate design. So it's a win-win situation.
We can recuperate the model and change it to a native model in Tekla, so the stick is already complete and we can start this process.
So for conclusion, the change management is the bigger part. So for sure, that's why we did ask survey and we built our roadmap on the request of the people.
And there's a lot of nice technology that we have here, but everything starts with people having the will to try a new process, something new. This we gain a lot of efficiency.
Exactly. And we did implement ambassador into the team, so instead of trying to speak with everybody of each team, we have people that are really motivated to use and implement the BIM. So we go through those people to implement the collaborative environment. We have also a BIM newsletter that is released each month, and so the people know exactly where we are and what are the highlights of the month. We have a chat, the BIM community, where people help each other when they need access or if there's missing information, they have an idea. So they are sharing a lot on this chat. And we have a BIM team that have been implemented in 2023. That we are 6 for.
It have grown the whole 2 years, I would say. So it's a great adventure, and we are starting a lot, having a lot more use cases with helping site teams, so that we'll have more people involved in the team to make sure that we're able to apply no new processes in Canam.
So thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation.
Thanks.
All right. Please don't hold back your questions. I think there's someone right here in the blue suit who's got a question for Rory.
Sure. I came up halfway through, so I missed the introduction. So how long have you been working on this innovation process?
I did start alone 6 years ago. So now it's 3 years that Maxime joined with the team.
So I was just wondering, what was the initial thing that sort of spurred that on, and is there some learnings that you have along the way that might help to maybe expedite this process to get to where we're now?
Yeah.
I think I'll take this one. So, well, Lynn started like 6 years ago, and I was working with her with those new BIM initiatives in Canada, I would say. But at a certain point, Lynn Nadeau noticed that we need more manpower. We need to have an established team that will help to standardize small things. I talk about IFCs and triple connect session, stuff like that. So we started like this, and then we came up with other services, flash detection, georeferencing for the teams, point cloud, survey on site, stuff like that. But everything started like 6 years ago. After 2 years, everybody understood that there was a great need of having more people involved to take action on this.
I would like to jump. So we have some kind of, to bet on some project, we need some qualification for BIM as a US. So that's why we started BIM official BIM. So it was a requirement also by the industry.
Yeah. Awesome. Yep. Do you want the mic?
I think everybody can hear me.
Yeah.
Robert from Farmerlaw. Great job. I just want to really congratulate you for all this work, and it's exciting to see that great job like all this is happening and it's going to help the industry. As a GC, it will be yeah, I think idea to have the collaboration and work on projects with your workflows. My question is beyond that, and now that you have a roadmap and you are identifying that there is even more potential to use the standards that you have, the data that you have. My question is, what is your take on what is called Industry 4.0 or smart factories? And for people who might not be familiar with that, it's like how to have a full digital twin of the factory where you can track when the raw material is ready for detailing, fabrication, and even get to the site. Just curious.
Yes, totally. It's a requirement also for the automatization and robotization. And in our shop, we have to improve our efficiencies. So for robot, we need the 3D. So for Canam, the steel joist is the major product, and it was in 2D. So it was also we do not have a choice to switch to the 3D. That's also for the future. Yes, for sure.
But again, you build the foundations, great job, and kudos to you. Thank you.
Any other questions? Chris?
You had a slide where it had like 12 buttons or whatever, and it caught the phase change of what the thing's doing. Is that automated? Have you figured out how?
And we are in the process to move to try to automate it. So in the detailing phase, and it's still a manual, but we are working on an idea to automate and to maybe implement the AI into it as well. But no, it's not a fully automated. Would like that.
We should just still add something here. On the detailing side, it's not automated, but it's part of their workflow in their model, and they're able to put that information in the IS. So at least it's going well. The information is mostly there. The fabrication side, you still have a lot of work to do, but let's say on the site teams, even if they do it manually, that's still a lot better than putting marker on the drawing, right? Yep, people like it.
So you mentioned you are using augmented reality to verify the fabrication. So I'd like to know the technology and software you are using to achieve this.
Yes, we are using a FabStation. That's a Canadian company as well. And so right now we are using the HoloLens 2 with FabStation, but it will be discontinued. And they do have a plan for beginning of January 2026. So there's a new helmet that would be used with FabStation. We are still looking to other software as well to stay up to date on the technology. But yes, that was a game changer for sure. We do have 8 helmets so far and 7 in production, and they are all great.
Maybe anybody that's interested in going to Montreal can do a tour of the facility somewhere.
Yes, yes.
Any other questions for the folks while we have them here?
I just have a little comment.
Yeah, please.
I'm pretty sure we are calling and we work together on one project. And I'm from RWS. And I remember our company worked in one student in the tech one. This is a point that it's very difficult to communicate because IFC model from your side and our IFC model is mostly of pictures, pretty pictures.
Yes.
Can you repeat the question?
So they use a different 3D modeling software.
Also
Yeah,
for
they
the steel production.
And
So that's why we
sure,
did
IFC.
implement the BIM platform. So now we are working with our customer. We are sharing the session with our customer, and yes.
I'll just add something here. Even sometimes we don't detail. There are speed drafting rules that gives us their model from advanced steel because the shop floor are asking for it. So we're able to look into this information. There's also there was a project last week with an external that we deal with, that we work with, and he's familiar with advanced steel. He knows that we're working with IFC format, and that we're still able to collaborate with them in Triple Connect. They also have access to this project is Advanced Steel, SDS2, Tekla, Revit, everything there. But since everybody's working with the IFC that we asked for, no issues.
Anything else? All right, folks, any other questions? Going once, going twice? All right. Merci beaucoup. J'espère qu'on va aller au Montréal la prochaine fois. All right, thank you.